actually the thing to watch this weekend, just because I think there was some more interesting stuff. But you look at, first of all, we get that big kickoff return. I think this is the play we were just talking about, bud.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry. Excuse me. This is probably the biggest play for the offensive line in the game. This is the third play of the game. Okay. We never talked about this. We didn't talk about Zach Tom at all. Nobody talked about Zach Tom in the game. The problem in the game was Royce Newman coming in for Yosh and what happened with
he got hurt.
Christian Wilkins beat the brakes off the right side of our line. But when we just are specifically talking about why we're not talking about Zach Tom, the first thing is he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's decent.
The second thing is the third play of the game, and this is like my cup of tea playing left guard here. But you watch Big E, just got paid. It's Friday night. You're right, feeling right. And I mean, he just launches this dude.
Oh,
and then just gives him the old, just
give him the business,
just the whole front India all over his.
And that was Bradley Chubb right there.
Yeah, that's
okay. Look at Chubb. He's mad.
Yeah, Chubb's angry. And this is why I bring it up, right? This is what you do to intimidate. No matter how good Bradley Chubb is.
Yes.
When this happens, the third play in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you just got your whole reality of what you thought was going to happen in this game is different now.
Now, this is what I say. You send the message in your first series of a game. At any position that you're at, he's a guard. He's letting Bradley Chubb know and the rest of this Miami defense, hey, this is how it's going to be for 4 quarters. And hopefully, I didn't see that obviously every play, but maybe hopefully he played like the rest of the game. But from that position of what I remember Sly telling me or EB telling me, send that message right away. And this is early in the game to get that. And he got that done.
That's how our linemen get down, man. I love to see that. We don't see that a lot from this group. They just don't have that guy. So yesterday, if I'm going to praise anybody, like one of my unsung heroes was definitely Jenkins, man. Gets the contract and then shows everybody like, hey, man, I'm one of those kind of guys.
Right.
And I think we got another film of him right here, just doing a phenomenal job of just sending a message to everybody. So they do a great job on the slip block here. So we got Tom and Jenkins on a great slip, driving this guy off the ball.
I see where his eyes at though. I already see where his eyes is looking. I can see it. It's about to come. Ooh, this is gonna be
when
nasty.
You go to a slip block, right? The next move is you got to get off for the linebacker. In this case, it's Baker. It's one of their better players. Look what he does to Baker right here.
Ooh.
Okay. No. Excuse
me.
Coming.
It's coming.
Oh, just all over. I mean.
Oh, I missed it. It clicked off. Come on. Can I see it? Give it to me. There it is.
Look at that.
I love it. It.
Listen, there's a 2 Live Crew song, Face Down. Okay. That is not what you want to be like right there. You know what I mean? That's bad news. Hey, Elgton Jenkins. Congratulations on the contract.
Yes.
I love the way this guy brought it this game and was a physical presence all game.
Yeah, he brought it.
And I don't want to undersell this, man. Like that is a huge, huge deal for that offensive line to take care of Bradley Chubb on the third play of the game. I'm just I've been there. I've been there with Chad. I've been there with Walt Jones. I mean, you hit that guy so hard on the third play of the game that he's thinking about you the rest. Osi Umenyiora, I never forget it, man. Osi Umenyiora told me we're having Mai Tais at the Pro Bowl, and he goes, "I'll be honest with you, man. After like the first series of the game, I was not coming inside on Travell Wharton again. You hit me so hard." And it was like, but that's what you want to do. You want to take away that because all of a sudden Zach Tom, you don't have to mention his name the whole game.
And you didn't. You saw him just doing his job. He had to do his average amount of work because if that hit doesn't happen, then they might send in. They're doing more ETs. They're sending blitz linebackers in that gap because they know they got a young guard there blocking.
And Zach doesn't have a great pass set yet, man. He's just a really good athlete. So going inside on him is not difficult. He was beat inside on that play, right? He was on his heels. He just got wop-a-lop. So let's go to some of the stuff we talked about on Thursday. They're going to play match and man coverage. They're going to play single safety. They want to stop run, and we got to win it. We got to win. And these guys just did a phenomenal job on this split. Top of the numbers, you can go inside or outside. Nothing's predetermined here, right? Yep. You know they're going to play outside leverage with a single safety. Easy pass and catch. Like these are first down plays. This is huge for us. Got another situation. Now we split the numbers. Single safety high. You know he's going to have to play outside leverage again. They're going to run the switch. I think this one's with Watson.
Yep.
And
Nice.
just getting your athletes in position. Watson's the kind of guy right now where you don't need to, Dobbs runs a certain kind of route. Cobb runs a certain kind of route.
Yep.
Watson's a thoroughbred, man. Hey, let's make him one cut Charlie. You know what I mean? We don't need to overthink this.
No,
the dude's
exactly.
fast. Now, AG, you can talk about this better than I can, but the dude's fast. Let's not slow him down. Let's just go ahead and let him keep going.
Yeah, just give him the ball, when he's still in stride, and don't throw it behind him, because once you throw it behind him, you susceptible to get him hit and all that stuff. But hit him on the run. He's going to have 20, 30-yard gains every catch.
And we see with Lazard at the top of the screen here. Even when they're playing off, they still got that single man. We know we can double move this guy. We know we can run by him. I think this is an undrafted free agent. They have Xavier Howard down on the bottom of the screen. Lazard just does a great job here of winning and stacking.
Yep. And then focus all the way through, because you got the DB hanging all on him, pulling and tugging. And as a pro, he's still able to fight through it and keep the focus to get both hands on the ball and then secure the catch by bringing it to his chest on the way down. Because as we've seen this season, not just the Packer games, but other games, if you watch, when the receivers, and it's going to show when Mercedes Lewis catch later, where they are the referee that's on the field and the referee that's in New York, they're really dissecting these catches all the way to the ground to make sure that ball is secure. Because if they didn't run that quick play to AJ on the goal line after Mercedes' big catch, as we'll get to later, they would have called that an incomplete pass. And that would have changed the game in terms of field position right there. So I'm glad, good catch by Allen Lazard here.
Hey, let me ask you this: as when you're playing receiver and you're out there and you go by the guy, what are they teaching you to get hit? Are they just teaching you to rip through his arm, high to low?
The first grab, yes, rip through his arm, and then as the ball's coming, it's a thing called late. You probably heard this, late hands.
Yep.
So let him the first time, because you want to keep your momentum going. Because if you don't rip through, that's natural running motion. You don't keep your speed going. You rip
but
through
are you
the first.
Pulling through? That's what. Like you accentuating, like for example, if you're a pass rusher, I'm gonna accentuate this and pull through and really rip through it. Is it something that's just natural that you want to do, or do you want to I'm gonna find that guy's forearm or elbow and attack it?
No, first time you and attack it.
Yeah.
You and attack it to keep also your stride going, and then helps you get on top of him even more. Because if you attack it right, then his hand is down, and then you're able to stack him more. And his hand, he's going to take time to kind of adjust to that, and then you're in the position that you want to be in to catch the ball and bring it in.
Roger that.
Yep.
So we got a trips look kind of out of a bunch formation here.
A lot of these looked all day yesterday.
Down below, and single save. I think it's the last one, but just situationally, man, this is a key to the game. Can your guys win these man-to-man matchups especially against 25? He's a baller, man. We threw him when he dropped it yesterday. I was shocked.
Ooh.
This is the play towards the end of the game with Dobbs. Yeah. We run the spin route out, and he gets held and everything. Still makes a great play. Yep. I mean, obviously, you got Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. I mean,
if you see that on the game view, on the way he comes out of this break and catches the ball, he got his hands fully extended to catch this ball. So that's receiver one-on-one. When the ball is thrown in an area, basically that's what Aaron does. He throws it to an area, so that means the receiver is on him to get to that area, fight off the DB. The DB is holding like a mother, just like we talking about. But the DB's doing his job. That's what DBs do. They grab, they pull, they're trying to disrupt your route running. So then he uses that full extension to get the hands out, to get his ball, to catch that ball. And that's what I like about Romeo ever since training camp, knowing all his technique and the tools that he can use to catch the ball.
What I love about this play is obviously we showed this play first. This is the first of the series that we just showed, right? He's top of the numbers again. It was flip-flop because we were going the opposite direction, but top of the numbers, he goes for the slant route, right? And they just, hey, this is just an adjustment, right? Yep. We know that Howard's going to jump the route that you've already ran.
Yeah, they've been doing it all day.
Right? Now we're just going to come back out, and this is how you win football games. Just make a quick adjustment. It's not rocket science, guys. No. Not rocket science at all.
So you see them developing, growing.
We talked about the corners. What the other thing they don't like to do is they don't like to tackle, right? Here's my guy right here. And I love Xavier, man. Like he's a legitimate good dude. He got a big contract because he earned it. He's a great player down there. But
Pro Bowl corner.
He don't want any part of AJ now.
No.
I mean, when I saw he don't want any part of that, bro.
I was excited, AJ getting ready for the contact. I just like, he got whiffed, basically.
AJ fell down actually because Xavier jumped out of the way.
If Xavier would have hit him, that would have kept him. That would have helped his
Yeah.
balance, and he could have run over the next guy and got more than a first down. Yeah.
So Yash coming out of the game was a big deal. We talked about it last week. I don't know, honestly.
I'll check. You go talk.
But we talked about obviously Melvin Ingram, Chubb, and Jalen Phillips being those three pass rush guys that they bring in. But we said late Christian Wilkins is their guy. Like he's the firecracker on that defensive line. And Yash isn't the greatest run blocker. Good technique though, improving run blocker, but confident there at right tackle right now. He knows that's his position. You look at the inside hand here against Christian Wilkins, like this is a little thing, but that's a big time play right there. He's got inside hand. He's winning inside hand and gives AJ that room to run. We widen that space. That stuff is not happening the rest of the game. I'll give you guys one more look at this. I don't love the second step. I don't love the power, but I love that inside hand so he can control that guy at the line of scrimmage. And
because Wilkins was a problem the whole game.
Wilkins just went off. So I think it was 3 plays in a row that they just started talking about him. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, this dude just made all pro today. You know, but to be fair, some of it he deserved, some of it he didn't. But like this kind of stuff is unacceptable. So now Royce is in the game, John Runyon Jr. And listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. Like what they're asking him to do is really tough. So John Runyon Jr. is not going to give Royce Newman a hand of help or anything. He's actually trying to push this. If anything, he's taking the route to push over the nose tackle and then come up late. This is not an easy block, but you got to take some. If you're Royce Newman, if you don't take any kind of step, if you don't take any kind of step here, if your left foot is not going to gain leverage on that player, like there is no chance you're making the play against that gap player, that 3-eye or that 3 technique. So now you got one play. He gets up. He's juiced.
Yeah.
Now they slide in. They put Baker on the end line of scrimmage. You got 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. Okay, you got Josh Myers going to the left. You know the call. If you're Royce, you know the call. You know that he's your guy. And this is one of those things where he comes down, he makes a quick shift, nothing dramatic, but all of a sudden they get communication problem. You force Aaron to get rid of the ball quickly. He throws it out of bounds. That was on a 3rd down, but you gave away the free rusher on the inside. You never give up the inside guy. You always obviously take the better player if it's one of the two. And then John Runyon Jr. here. Now, this is a 1st and 10 play, and he's not the only guy in on this play. But you just see on the play action under center.
He's a little over his toes a little bit.
Yeah, he just gets – this is a situation where I always tell a lineman, man, you're either all or nothing here. You either go out and sell run, gut drop, second step down, shoot your hands and get that guy at the line of scrimmage, or you pass pro. And if they're asking you like, hey man, I don't care, we'll take the L, but you got to go running out and get him. You got to get out there. You got to try to stay square, especially against a guy who's a 4-point square to the line of scrimmage defensive player. You have to be able to cover him up. You cannot, under any circumstances, allow yourself to get turned in the slightest because you don't bring that second step. You're turned right here. And you just got problems, man. And then, of course, you saw the running back had to bail early because they brought the safety.
Yep. They're doing their best there.
That Wilkins kid, he's a good player. And then we got this is early on in a short yardage situation. Wilkins beats Newman, but then you see on the other side, 92, we don't even block him. I think Mercedes gets screwed up here because they shift down over here, and I believe he thinks he's gonna take 43 as he's washing down, but they just let 92 go, and they just meet at the running back, man. He just gets clobbered.
Yeah.
These plays against playoff teams, again, we had 4 turnovers on the Dolphins team yesterday, but they ain't gonna get the job done.
Yeah, I remember seeing that play. That was a play that was a conversion attempt right there.
Yep.
Tough hit.
So we see the 2 here. And this is a lot of people asked me last week about some of our RPO stuff. A lot of our RPO stuff is actually made before. I know Aaron pulled the ball and ran yesterday, which was comical. But a lot of his reads are made before the snap. And so one of the things that's easy to look at is Watson went in motion here. Watson's the inside of the trips look on the top of the screen. if that linebacker, if he has leverage on that linebacker, in other words, if that linebacker, the bottom circle isn't walked out on him and that slot, that nickel corner is back, they're going to throw this ball 10 times out of 10. And it's really just that easy. I don't care if they have safeties, one safety. If this is the look they get, they're basically just saying, hey, Watson's got him leverage. He's not going to get – the linebacker's not going to beat him with speed. And there's no chance of that nickel corner in the middle of the trips. Look, that nickel corner can be able to run up and make this play without – I think that's Dobbs getting a hand on him. So for people out there asking that question, that was Cobb, excuse me, out there asking the question, like that's what they're very, very comfortable doing that. Mercedes, dude, he's our hero. Look, they got a great slip block here with Mercedes and Tunyon. Look at what Mercedes Lewis, same foot, same shoulder, does to the defensive end, then rises on this linebacker, man. This is why this guy's been in the league for 17 years playing at a high level. 1-2, pop. And then just upgrading that crease for Dillon again, man. It's actually like for me, this is a thing of beauty because we talk about it from an offensive line standpoint. You really are trying to pop that guy just like he does. Tunyon's actually got to come back and make that play happen and gather that guy up because Mercedes does such a good job of striking same foot, same shoulder.
Yeah, but AJ actually gave it a little bit on this one. He gave it to him more than he did, even though the safety came down hard to hit him. But
they like this Holland kid. You like Holland. To see him fall forward, though, right?
Yes, that's what I like. Now, if he would have went backwards, I'm like, ooh, you absorbed that. So him falling forward, that means he struck through the guy. He dropped the shoulder, he dipped and punched. So seeing him going forward, then he didn't take all that hit.
That's one thing we always talked about you, right? Like you never go out of bounds, you always fall forward. That's it.
You gotta always. That's a I say running back mantra right there. It's right in the DNA.
So we got Mercedes again here. This is on the wheel. And it's just, you got to appreciate a couple of things here. One, anytime Mercedes, I think Mercedes matched his yearly yardage with this catch.
He probably did.
Close, right?
I was like, oh, it was because I didn't know. I'm thinking it was Lazard or Tunyon or somebody. And then when I saw who came up with it, I was like, oh, okay, give it to him. Nice. He got a position to make the catch.
Truth be told, man, this is Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you see, we see the blitz pick up.
Good job by
a little
Kalen,
bit late. Yeah, but see, I mean,
but he finishes. He finishes.
Look at this throw, though, man. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And what I liked the whole game, and it was mentioned in the game, that he had 10 different receivers in the third quarter. And that's what a great quarterbacks do. They throw it to multiple people so then the defense can't focus just on one or two receivers.
All right, this is it, man. 99G lead.
Yeah.
So 99G lead, for those who don't know, is a play we ran against the Atlanta Falcons. I pulled this play up today, AG, and then I realized that we didn't score on it, and we had to score on the fullback dive. I thought we scored on the I've been telling everybody because I knocked the hell out of the corner, and I felt real proud about myself. So I thought we scored on the play, and it turns out that you had to push Will in on the fullback dive to score on that play. So I had it on the tape, but I took it off. However, this 99G lead. So we got down block, guards kicking out on the edge, and we got a fullback lead to the linebacker. And this is just a contact play. Who wants it more?
Physical play. Who wants it more? That's it. Brown. Good hit there. AJ gotta bring the hit. So the hit came to him. Even though he's dropping his head, he's dropping his shoulder pads, but he's kind of just falling into the contact. And when the contact came to him, he ended up absorbing it because you see the way his back and he twists all onto the knees.
He's rounded over, right?
Yeah, that's
rounded over.
That doesn't look good.
You gotta be big chest, flat back, man.
Back.
I'm the stinger. I'm the stinger, right?
Yeah, you're the stinger, flat back. So to me, as a coach, I'm like, ooh, I don't like that turn around and spin on the knee because we got ball and joints split in places. We got ligaments. So you see that, I'm like, I don't like that. But I'm glad he came out okay from that hit. It could have been worse.
Great job. Just wanted to do some Aaron Jones appreciation post. We hadn't had a clip of him yet. Great run there.
The edge fast.
Great job. Great job.
The play was a good design.
Yeah. So Billy comes down on the crack block. We got Josh pulling out. It was early in the game. Listen, that's a great play against that team because their corners play a lot of man, so they're going to fall. So a lot of times you can do a crack replace with a crack block with the wide receiver. And they didn't do it on that play, but a lot of times you can, and the cornerback will just follow them because they got him in man coverage. So it's anytime you play man, it's almost like a 2-for-1 deal.
It is a good job of him accelerating through the block or through the wide receiver's block on the edge there too.
And this one was kind of a
It was
heartbreaker, right?
close. It was close. He just got tripped up
Look,
right
look at
there.
look at your guy. Your guy
I
thinks
know.
it's over because when you say Moose Johnson is searching for words to describe how little Jalen Phillips touched his foot right there when he fell over.